This is Mirabella's Kitchen, and today I'm making soft pretzels. If you'd like to cook with me, please check the description below for a list of the ingredients and a shout out to my patrons. I start by taking a medium-sized mixing bowl and adding 1.5 cups of warm water. I then add in 1 packet of instant yeast and whisk it together with the water. I let that sit for about a minute. I then add in 1 teaspoon coarse kosher salt. And I meant to add in 1 teaspoon white sugar, but I accidentally grabbed from the flour container. Considered starting over, but realized I'm gonna be adding flour in just a minute anyway, so I'm just gonna keep moving. Just gonna keep going, we're gonna roll with it. So I add 1 tablespoon of white sugar, and then I also add 1 tablespoon of melted unsalted butter. I whisk that all together. Now I'm gonna add 1 cup of flour at a time until we've added 3 total cups. And I'm gonna mix in between each addition of flour. This mixture is going to be very, very sticky. It's gonna stick to your hands, to the wooden spoon, to the bowl. I keep adding flour until it's no longer sticky. So that really depends, and it's something you eyeball. I ended up having to add about 1 cup, but you can add as little as 1/2 cup before it's not sticky. You'll be able to feel it. It won't feel tacky anymore. So once it's not sticky, we're gonna then move on to the next step, which is kneading. I can grab at this dough and drop it without it sticking to my hands, and also another way to know that it's ready to start kneading, the dough bounces back when I press it. I flour my work surface and I start kneading my dough for about 3 minutes. Turn on a song you really like and just go ham. I then cover it with a clean dish towel. And I'm going to both preheat the oven and start the water that I'm going to blanch the pretzels in. So preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and also add 9 cups of water to a large pot, and then add in 1/2 cup of baking soda and then bring that up to a boil. After the dough has rested for 10 minutes, I'm going to take a bench scraper, though you can take a knife or anything that is sharp, and I'm going to cut the dough into about 12 pieces. I definitely overshot it. I was not good at my fractions and my pie charts when I was in school, evidently. So I had too small of pieces, and then I also was like, oh, I must need to flour my work surface, but it really was not the right situation. This is no longer sticky. You don't need to flour the work surface, and just skip that step. So I take a piece of dough, 1 of 12, and I start to roll it out into a long roll by just rolling my palms over it along the counter. It's going to be about 2 feet long, and then I'm going to take the ends, twist them at the top, and then take the bottoms of that twist and roll them onto themselves to make a pretzel. So that classic pretzel look. I'm also going to take 2 baking sheets, line them with parchment paper, and grease them, though I highly recommend silicone mats because my pretzels stuck to these parchment papers. Once the waters come to a boil, I take 2 pretzels at a time and I add them to the water and let them blanch, and do this for about 30 seconds. I then coat the pretzels with some coarse kosher salt, though you can use a bigger flakier salt if you have it. I then add them into my oven to bake for between 15 and 18 minutes. Once they come out, they're this beautiful golden brown. I had to just take my middle rack up to the top rack to get my second set to be golden brown. They were a lighter brown. I struggled to remove them from the paper, and those are my soft pretzels. Thanks for joining me today. I make new videos on cooking every Thursday. Please support me on Patreon and on Facebook at Mirabella's Kitchen.